Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Crack Mathematics. The lesson 9 today is about division. Let's start the lesson with the problem. So suppose they give us this stack of ball, and we were asked to divide this stack into three groups. So divide this stack of ball into three group with equal amount. So how we are going to do this? Here I have a problem. The problem here is I don't know how many balls I have here, and I need to divide this stack into three group. So and each group must have equal amount of ball. So if I don't have how many ball I have at the beginning, so I cannot do any steps. So the only way I can do here is I use a primitive way. So what is the primitive way? So I'm gonna get three boxes, and I'm gonna hide the inside of the box because I need it for the end. And what I'm gonna do next, I will use the concept of subtraction. I will reduce from this stack of balls three balls, which is the same amount of box I have here. And after I reduce, I check still have more than three balls. If it's true, then I'll reduce another three balls. And after that, what I do, I put those balls into the box. Then I check, do I have still more than three balls? If I have more than three balls, I reduce and I put each ball in the box, and I do the same process. Still the number of balls is equal, less than three, or there is no more ball left. Okay, to record our action, so we are gonna assume that the total of ball is total here. So this is the total of ball, which is we don't know. Then the first steps is what I do. Like I say, I know that this amount is more than 3, so what I do, I'm gonna reduce this amount by 3. So I will have a remainder. So let's name it R1. So I reduce by 3, and whatever left now is my first remainder. So then what I do next, I put each ball into the box. Then I check, is it my first remainder greater than 3? Yes, obviously it's greater than 3. So what I do, I'm gonna do my second action, which is I reduce that remainder again by 3. I will end up having a second remainder. So what I do here, I'm gonna take 3 balls from here, I reduce my remainder by 3. I'm gonna put each ball into the box. Again, I check if my second remainder is greater than 3, so obviously it's greater than 3. So I do my third action, so I'm going to reduce my second remainder by 3, so I will get third remainder. So I will reduce my second remainder by 3. Then what I do next, I put each ball into the box. Again, I check if my remainder is greater than 3. so obviously it's greater than 3, so I do again the process. So I reduce my remainder by 3. I will have a fourth remainder, so I do the same idea. So I got 3 balls, so I'm gonna put each one into the box. Again, I will check if my fourth remainder is greater than 3, but it looks like my fourth remainder is 5 balls, so that means obviously is greater than 3. So what I do next, I'm gonna reduce the fourth remainder by 3. I will have fifth remainder, so I'm gonna reduce here by 3. So I will put each ball into the box. Now I will check if my fifth remainder is greater than 3. So my fifth remainder is equal to 2, and this is less than 3. So here I stop. I don't put any balls on each box, because if I put any ball in each box, I will have one box which is not equal amount to the other two. So I will stop here and I will do nothing. Now after we divide this stack into 3 groups, my question is how many balls are in each group? How many balls are in each group? We are going to say count the ball on one of the boxes. So I don't want to count the ball on the boxes. How do I know without counting the ball in the boxes? So how do I know that? So what do you think? It's very simple. Count the number of subtraction we made. That's it. That's it. So we have 5 subtraction. So I have 5 balls here. So the number of ball here is 5. So we have 5 subtraction. So that means that I have 5 balls in each box. Let's check if I'm wrong or right. So let me remove this and count each ball here. We have the first one, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And there's no hiding ball. As you see, we have 5 balls. Now let's summarize what we did. How many times is the subtraction was used? So how many? Times is the action of subtraction was used. It was used how many times? 5 times. What is the total amount of ball we start with? So what is the total amount of ball we start with? So we have 3 boxes. Each box is 5 balls, so it's going to be 5 times the number of 3 boxes plus the remaining balls, which is 2. So we did the total box on each total balls on each box. So balls on each box, the number of box, number of box, and the remainder ball. If I do the operation, so this means that I will have 17 ball at the beginning. So because 5 times 3 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17. So we start with 17 balls. Now to name each component of this statement, so we're going to name 2 by its real name, which is the remainder. The number of box, because we divide the total number into 3 group, so this 3 is my divisor, and the total number is the one that we divide, so we're gonna call it dividend. So what about 5? In fact 5 we're gonna use that statement how many times. So if you check with Latin language, so how many times, it means a Latin quotient. So quotient is 5. So this is why we call that one quotient. So the number of subtraction we use is the quotient, and this is the representation of division. And the name we give to this representation is Euclidean division. Now my question is, what is the definition of division? And we're going to use this new board to write down the definition. So what is division? To help you find the definition of division, first ask yourself this question: what's the purpose of division? What is the objective behind division? So the answer for this question is, the objective behind division is to find the quotient. That's the first objective. And the second question, what did we do to find out the quotient? And the answer for this question, if you remember at the beginning, what we did, we subtract the same quantity or identical quantity at certain times from an original quantity. You see, we subtract 3 like 5 times from the total. So it's exactly what you did to get the quotient. Now if I want to combine the answer of those two questions, I will say division is a process of finding the number of subtraction, which is the number of subtraction, how we call it quotient, of identical quantity called divisor from a quantity called dividend. So it's exactly what is the definition of division. Let's write the definition. So division is a process of finding the numbers of subtraction which is we call quotient of identical quantity called divisor from quantity called dividend. And we use this one of this symbol so either we use that symbol or that symbol to represent division. So that symbol is read divide by. Read divide or divided by. So if I have, for example, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. So the general notation of division, so we will have dividend is equal to quotient times divisor plus remainder, and this is what you call Euclidean division, and this is the representation or the Euclidean representation of the division. Euclidean representation of the division. And don't forget that remainder must be always less than the divisor, and it can be equal to 0. So 0 is possible but cannot be equal to the divisor. So this is very important condition, as if you remember what we did at the beginning when the remainder is equal to 2, so we didn't do anything, so we stopped. Now let's learn how to divide. So we're going to learn how to divide two numbers. So how to divide two numbers. So let's pick an example. Oh, let's put the question mark here. So example, suppose I wanna divide, for example, 69 divided by 4. In fact, there is 3 different representation for to do the division. So there's 3 different way to do division. So 2 way it's the division notation, and another way we use multiplication. So I will show you the 3 way, and you choose which one you like the most. So it's up to you, but I will show you the 3 way, so you pick each one or you learn the 3 of them, so it's up to you. So, those are the 3 forms. So either we have divisor, so we use this notation. So here we put the dividend, and here we'll end up having the quotient, and down we will have the remainder. Or you can use this notation. So we can use this notation, which is this. Here we have the dividend, Here we have the divisor, and here we have the quotient, and down here we have the remainder. Or you can use the multiplication form. So what do we have? We have the dividend here, we have the divisor here, up here we have the quotient, so the quotient times divisor will give me dividend, and down here we'll have the remainder. So with this example I will show you the two of them, and you pick the one that you like the most. Before I start showing you the example, I just want to tell you something, that the concept behind for three of them is the same. Concept. The only difference is the form, how we represent the work. But the concept, and you will see, is the same thing. Okay, let's start with the first one. So we have the divisor is 4, so I'm gonna put 4 is my divisor. So I'm gonna choose another color for 4. So this is my divisor. So my notation of the division, so it's going to be this. The dividend is 69, so I'm going to put 69 here. Now I'm going to do the division now. So I have to find out the quotient and the remainder, if it's equal to 0 or not equal to 0, but it must be less than 4. So how do I divide here? So I have the divisor is 1 digit, so I'm going to start picking 1 digit from the dividend. So I'm going to see how many 4 in 6. That means I'm looking for how many 4 in 6. That means which number times 4 give me 6 or less than 6, but should be near to 6. So the only number, if I times it by 4, give me 6 or less than 6, and or a number near to 6 is 1. So I'm going to put 1 here. So 1. So after I find out the number, what I do, I times 1 with 4. I multiply. 1 times 4 is 4. So I'm going to put 4 here. Then what I do here, I subtract. Remember, we subtract. So here I subtract. Then I will have 6 minus 4 is 2. Then after that, what I do, because 2 is less than 4, so what I do next, I move down the 9. I will ask the same question again, how many 4 is in 29? In other words, which number time 4 will give me 29, or a number close to 29? Which number type 4 give me 29, or a number close to 29? So the only number time 4 give me a number close to 29 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. So I'm going to put 28 here. You see, I time and I put it here. So 7 times 4 is 28. So I subtract. Remainder is 1. 1 is less than 4, so I will stop. So this will be my quotient, and this will be my remainder. So as you see here, this is the remainder, and this is my quotient. For the second type, I will process the same way. So here is my dividend. So what I do here, I will put the sign of the form of the division. So here will be my dividend, so it's going to be 69. Here will be my divisor, and I do the same way we did here. So I start from the left. So how many 4 are in 6? In other words, which number time 4 give me 6 or a number close to 6? So it's 1. So what I do here, I put 1 here. So 1 time 4 is 4, so I'm gonna put 4 here, and I subtract. So here we have 2, so this is 2 less than 4. So what I do next, I move down the 9. I will ask the same question: which number time 4 give me 29, or a closest number to 29, and 7. So again, 7 times 4 is 28. I subtract. Here I will have 1. So 1 is my remainder. And as you see here, 17 is my quotient. You see, the process is the same. The only difference is the form. So I show you 2 of them because I want to see which one. I will give you the choice of the one that you like the most. Now we will do the last one. Let's move this a little bit up, so at least I will have more space. Okay. Now I do the same idea again. So write down the divisor here, the dividend. So I do my line here, and this is my multiplication. So my divisor is 4, so I put 4 here, and my dividend is 69, so I put it in order. Now because I have 2 digits here, I'm gonna put 2 dots here. But if I put a dot, it can be 0, it can be 1, 2, 3, it can be any number here. So it doesn't have to be a number. Sometimes we cannot have a number here. So based on how many digits we multiply with. So, but always based on the dividend. So you put the number of that here. Now I will do my division here. So I will say, okay, which number? So I start always from the left. You see here we start from the left, here we start from the left. So here again I will start from the left. So which number times 4 give me 6 or something close to 6? So is 1. So I do 1 times 4 is 4. So I put 4 here, and I subtract. As you see, the process is the same. You see, we subtract, so we have 2. 2 is less than 4, and I'm okay. So what I do next, I move the 9 here. So now I'm going to move to the second dot here. Which number times 4 give me 29 or something close to 29? So again is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. So I put 28 here. I minus, and 1. 1 is less than 4. Then I will stop. So this will be my remainder, and this is my quotient. As you see, the concept is the same. The only difference is the form. So some people will like this, some will like this, some will like this. So it's up to you. I show you the 3, and you choose the one that you like, or you are feel comfortable with. Let's do another example, but this time we are going to divide by 2-digit numbers. So you're gonna have, for example, 196 divided by 16. So let's do this with the 3 way we did. So we're gonna do it with this way. So we are going to do 16 196, and gonna do this form. So 196 and 16, and we are going to use the multiplication form. So here we have 196, and here we have 16. So we have 3 digits. So I'm gonna use 3 digits. So we're gonna do the 2 of them with that example, and you're gonna see again how to find out the quotient if we divide by a 2-digit number. And this concept can be applied for 3 digits, 4 digits. So it's the same concept. So with the first division, here we have a 2-digit divisor. So what I will do here, 2 digits. So we'll pick 2 digits from the dividend from left to right. So 2 digits, I'll pick 2 digits from the dividend from left to right. So from the left, I start 1, 2, so I'll pick those 2. If I have 3 digits here, I will pick 3 digits from the dividend. So the number of the digits on the divisor, so you pick the digit from the dividend. So here we have 2 digits. I pick 2 digits from the dividend from left to right. The same thing we did here. We have 1 digit. I pick 1 digit from the dividend. So this is what we do first. Now I'm going to ask, okay, how many 16 is in 19? So, or in other words, which number times 16 give me 19 or something closer to 19, to 16? So which number times 16 give me 19 or a number closest to 19? So the only number is 1. So I will put 1 here. So 1 times 16 is 16. So I'm going to put 16 here and I subtract. So here this is 3, this is 0. 3 is less than 16, so I'm good. I'm going to move 6 down. Again, I would ask the same question. Which number times 16 will give me 36 or the closest number to 36? The closest number to 36, which is a multiple of 16, is 32. So 2 times 16 is 32. So I'm going to multiply 2 with 16. So we multiply. Let's say we multiply. Here we multiply at the beginning. So here I will have 32. Then I subtract. Remainder is 4. 4 is less than 16. And it will be my final answer. So the quotient here is 12. And the remainder is 4. I do the same thing here again. So I have 2 digits. I start from the left and I pick 2 digits. Now I ask the same question. Which number times 16 give me 19 or closest to 19? Again is 1. So I put 1 here. 1 times 16 is 16. So I put 16 here and I minus. So I got 3. 3 is less than 16. So I'm good. So I'm going to move down the 6 here. Again, I would ask myself, which number times 16 give me 36 or closest to 36? Again, 2 is the answer. 2 times 16 is 32. And here I will have 4 as my remainder. Now, for that question, or that form, so here I have 3 digits, so I will start with the first one. So, because I have each digit is for 1 digit of the dividend, so I start with the first one. So I'm going to say, okay, which number here times 16 will give me 1? There's no number times 16 give me 1. So what I put here, I put 0. So 0 times 16 is 0, so I put 0 under it here. 1 minus 0 is 1. So 1 is less than 16, so I move down the 19. So which number times 16? You see, I'm talking about that one. Which number times 16 will give me 19 or closest to 19? So obviously 1. So I put 1. 1 times 16 is 16. So I put 16 here and I minus. So here I will have 3. This is 0. 3 is less than 16. So I'll move down the 6 here. So again, which is the last one, the last digit here. Which number times 16 will give me 36 or closest to 36? So 32 is the closest one, so it's going to be 2. 2 times 16 is 32. So I put 32 here. And when I subtract, I got 4. And 4 is my remainder. And 12 is my quotient. And this will be your final answer. And if they ask you to write down this one in Euclidean form, so we just put this as 196 equal, remember, the quotient times the divisor, so it's going to be 12 times 16 plus the remainder plus 4. So this is the Euclidean representation of this division. So if they ask you write down this in Euclidean form, so this is how you should write it down. This is all about the lesson today, so I hope that you understand how we do division and how we come up with the definition of division. And please, if you have any comment about the lesson, do so. It will help me a lot improve my way of teaching and my presentation. And thank you very much for watching the video. and Assalamu alaikum.